Hey guys, Teach FM here and welcome back to episode 9 of the Fergie Way. In today's episode, 2 games back to back, Liverpool, Chelsea. Let's get straight to it. So in today's episode, guys, we do have our biggest game of the season, our main rivals, Liverpool. We're playing at Old Trafford, followed by Chelsea at Old Trafford. But before we get into the team lineup for the Liverpool game, we'll take a look at what's been happening in the news. So first of all, we've had our FA Cup draw. The game will be played on the 7th of January. We are away to Leyton Orient. Good draw for us, really. It gives us a chance to play the kids in yet a couple more games, or at least one more. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. And in other news, we have qualified in the Europa League, and in the next round we get into Milan. Not sure how I feel, because I do still want to be playing the youngsters, and I'll maybe play certainly a slightly weaker team, but in the away game, I don't know, I'll judge it nearer the time. I just don't want to go over there, get hammered and have a mountain to climb when we come back to Old Trafford. But yeah, Inter Milan, next round the Europa League. So of course we were fresh off the back of a 6-0 thrashing of Arsenal. Basically we carried that form straight on into the Europa League when we played Rapid Wien away from home. Marcus Rashford, 4 goals. They scored 2, which maybe belies their performance a little. Rashawn Williams, Swans Arby in the back again, were culpable for one of the goals, so they didn't have a fantastic game, but Ivan Mosinic, or however we pronounce his name, however, I'm sure I've just murdered it, did score a wonder goal in the 24th minute. Nobody could have done anything about it. So yeah, Mkhitaryan grabbing himself a goal as well, getting on the score sheet. Needless to say, we were already through, but it was a nice way to finish off the group. And the only other game we've played since the last live come against Arsenal was Watford, and we have suffered our first league defeat. 1-0. Now, as you can see from the starting lineup, I was introducing the likes of Marcus Rojo, I played Eric Bailly, Fosu Mensah still featured in the game, kept Sergio Romero in net, and in the second half I did put in Chong and Nishan to play up front, because I seen it as a weaker fixture. However, it has come back and bit me right in the arse. We've took the defeat. We're still top of the league. We'll take a look at the league before we go into the games in a second. But yeah, it was going to come. It's come at the hands of Watford away from home. 1-0 defeat, and we'll move on quietly. So just taking a quick glance at the league table before we get into the live com. We're still 4 points ahead of Arsenal at the top of the league, and today's opponents, Liverpool, are currently 8th. They have gone on and picked up a fair few wins. If you remember last time we looked, they were down in 17th, 18th, having only won 2 games out of their first 8 from memory, if my memory serves me right. So they have started to come up under Jurgen Klopp. They're starting to do much better, so it'll be a much tougher game than the Watford game. Playing at home, though, I would like to think that we have a decent advantage and a strong enough team to turn over our rivals. So going into the game, we are favourites at 4-6 with Liverpool out at 7-2. The press do think that United have enough to secure a win against Liverpool, and the absence of Daniel Sturridge will also hit Liverpool hard. Martial, United's key man, and Mamadou Sakho, Liverpool's key man. And we'll go into the team selection where, again, today I've gone for the 4-4-2. I did play the 4-3-1-2 in the last couple of live comms, but starting at home I felt more comfortable playing this formation. And we do have De Gea in the sticks with Blind on left back, Phil Jones and Chris Smalling in centre back positions. We have Darmian out on right back. We have Memphis Depay playing back on his familiar left wing role, more because I've got the Martial and Zlatan Ibrahimovic both fit and ready to play. Pogba's going to try the roaming playmaker role today, with Ander Herrera playing the box-to-box midfielder and Mkhitaryan out on the right. As I stated a second ago, we do have Zlatan and Martial playing up top. As for Liverpool, they have Karius in goal with Moreno left back, Sakho and Klavan in centre-back positions with Nathaniel Klein out on the right, Emre Can sat in front of those defenders, protecting them as best they can, with Henderson and Lallana in the middle. Coutinho plays out wide left with Mane out wide right, and Firmino up top. So Liverpool are definitely going to have some speed up the top end of the pitch today. So we'll see what Roy Kickham while they're down Keane has to say today. And it's a hard tackling on Henderson, Coutinho and Firmino. However, I would definitely say that Mane would deserve it as well, while being shown his weaker foot. And yeah, so we'll get straight on into the game. And the kick-off in the Northwest Derby. So it's always an important game against Liverpool amongst United fans, much more important than a lot of United fans class as the Manchester Derby. So I definitely wanted to field as strong a team as possible, although I have Chelsea in just a couple of calendar days on the game, and I just had Watford only 2 days before. I made sure that I could prepare for this fixture while having a strong team available, because getting the win is massively important to the fans, but also massively important to me personally. So this was a game that I was always going to try a little bit harder, and I'll probably take a little bit harder if we do end up with a defeat. It's Coutinho now, taking a shot from distance. De Gea pushes it wide of his post. And Lallana on the corner now. Early signs of 50-50. It's a very even game, just 10 minutes in. As Liverpool have got yet another corner with Coutinho. Henderson picks it up. Henderson gets forced out. Now Memphis can get down there, Memphis. Go! Come on. It's Ibrahimovic in the middle. Pogba now. To Ibra, Herrera, Mkhitaryan, Pogba. Ibra is going to send Martial. It's got to be. Oh, it's tipped onto the post by Karius. God. Out for a corner, it's Mkhitaryan now. Oh, it should be 1-0 off that. You'd have put a mortgage on Martial this season doing that, getting that goal. It's Mkhitaryan now, out to Blind. Mkhitaryan. And it's kicked out by Klavan, cleared out the way there. It's Pogba now. Ander Herrera, Blind, Pogba. Pogba, shot from distance, goes wide. Do want to change it to key highlights actually, guys. Having 2 games this episode, so it's changed on to key now, and it's Memphis as he charges down the wing. Memphis, oh, and even from the wing, he's on fire. What an absolute fantastic goal there by Memphis Depay. So as we can see, Martial releases Memphis down the pitch. He has no option but to cut inside, skins one, curls it into the back post. Great finish by Memphis, carrying on his fantastic form as a striker back onto the left midfield position. Well done, son. It's Memphis Depay now, dragging it up, and he's sent it all the way forward to Martial. He's returned the favour to him, but Martial couldn't get away. Going into half-time by the looks of it, guys. 1 goal to the good. Once again, the difference, and not for the first time, being Memphis Depay. I am going to passionately tell them that the media have given them a lot of credit. I do also want to speak to Memphis because he's been playing well. Very happy with your performance tonight, and let's get back into the second half. So Mkhitaryan's a little bit tired. We will replace him with Juan Mata, try and give him some game time, because as I say, at the moment, getting loads of complaints from the players about not getting enough game time. We'll also bring in Schneiderlin for Herrera, and Rashford did score 4 in his last game. We'll give it another few minutes. So it's Herrera now, and Mkhitaryan. Martial, he played it backwards to Mkhitaryan. It'll do anyway, Martial. 2-0. Looks like United will run out winners here. Great result for United as Martial out to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan slips it back across, moving into the near post. We've seen that so many times this season. 2-0 United. Well played, Martial. So just 20 minutes to go, guys. And Zlatan's just picked up an injury. It is going to force my hand on the change for Rashford, which is what I was looking at doing anyway. Zlatan's not been having the greatest of seasons, it has to be said. I did expect more from him, but while we've got like Martial, Memphis played Mata, Martial again setting up a fantastic goal there, and we capitalise on it. It's 3-0 at home. Martial there. Ooh, suspicion of offside for Mata, but we'll take it while the flag stays down. And then now we'll take the opportunity to make the sub, and Zlatan can get his rest. Looks like it's going into the 90th, guys. It's Ings now. It's Mata. Gets it back. It's Martial. Back to Mata. Rashford's been sent forward. Can he close it off? Oh, Marcus Rashford forces a save. Mata crosses it back in. It's Darmian now. Schneiderlin on the edge. Memphis. Offside Martial. Looks like the game's just going to run out in the final replay. We'll be more than happy with this result. We'll take it. I'll take it. Being a Mancunian, I will take a 3-0 victory against Liverpool any day of the year. It's Rashford now. Launches it forward. Picks up by Alberto. Onto Coutinho. Milner in the middle. And it's game over. Get in there. Get in. So solid win. Assertively congratulate the team. Very happy with the result and the way you've played. Want to single out Martial. Definitely want to single out Depay. These guys have had a cracking game. Did well out there. and we will move on, and I'll see you in the lineup for the Chelsea game at Old Trafford. En route to the Chelsea game, guys, as we knew Zlatan took a knock in the previous game against Liverpool. He is out injured for 2 to 3 weeks, possibly one of those blessing injuries. It's the second time he's been injured now. Obviously, he's not getting any younger as our Zlatan, so it does give me more of an opportunity to choose between a smaller pool of players now. So I have Martial, I have Rashford, but also, of course, Depay has just been on fire playing at the top of the pitch and gives me more opportunities to play him too. Right then, guys, so Chelsea have been struggling this season. We take a look at the Premier League on the right here. They're currently sat in 8th position, and that's exactly how the press have highlighted. Just saying that they've been difficult on their travels of late, and certainly don't expect them to pick up a win, while making us 4 to 6 favourites. United's key man, once again, Anthony Martial, and Chelsea's key man, unsurprisingly, Eden Hazard. A couple of rotational based changes based solely on the fact that the Liverpool game was 2 days before. We do still have De Gea in the sticks, however Daley Blind's come out for Luke Shaw. We have Phil Jones and Smalling still playing in the middle, along with Darmian unchanged at right back. Juan Mata comes in to start on the left hand side, with Pogba still playing roaming playmaker. However, we do have Morgan Schneiderlin playing the box-to-box midfielder, and Mkhitaryan continues to start out on the right. Following Zlatan's injury, we now have Martial and Depay up front. Now, it was a tough choice between Rashford and Depay, because Rashford had scored 4 goals in his last start. However, Depay has almost become undroppable. As for Chelsea, playing a very, very, very defensive 3-4-2-1, with John Terry, Kurt Zouma and David Luiz as all centre-backs, Marcos Alonso, Cesc Fabregas, N'Golo and Kante, and Azpilicueta playing at right back. We have Eden Hazard up on the left with Pedro up on the right, and then Diego Costa coming through the middle. Very, very defensive from Chelsea, and it's probably going to be quite tough to break through. What's Roy got to say about it today? Cesc Fabregas, Eden Hazard, Diego Costa. One thing I will say is Shaw Hazard is weak of foot, and yeah, we'll leave it at that, Roy. So going into the team talk, I am going to tell the team to pick up where they left off, because the last game against Liverpool was a very good defeat against strong opposition. And at that, we have a lot of motivation. One matter I'm going to say, expect a performance, because he has been complaining of a lot of late, just saying about getting to game time. So I want to make sure when he does come into the team, he's going to perform correctly. So there we have it, guys. So the next big game, 2 massive games in today's episode. Once again, we are only on key highlights. We want to keep the time down for you guys, so it won't be as in-depth as some of my previous episodes have been. But hey, I think these games both had to be played. So it's Jones now, cleared out only as far as Costa as Hazard picks it up. 3 players closing Hazard down as they've been instructed to. It's Kante now. Pogba tries taking the ball off Kante. Pedro moves in, and it should be 1-0 Chelsea. Diego Costa there with a clear-cut chance, blazes it wide of the post, and it remains 0-0. It's Schneiderlin now, marching into the area. Shouldn't be shooting from there, Morgan. Wind your neck in, mate. So we're about 25 minutes in. I'd say we're just about edging the game, certainly edging it from an attacking standpoint, and just have the possession. Hopefully should be able to turn this into something here as Pogba passes it forward to Mata. Martial, 1-0. We will take that. Anthony Martial, league's top goal scorer, continuing his form game after game. It's Mkhitaryan over to Pogba. Mata just tiny little ball in. Martial hits it first time. Courtois stood no chance. 1-0 United. A few minutes off half-time now, guys. As I say, the games look relatively positive. I much prefer a better lead than 1-0, but going into half-time, we'll take that. I am going to assertively tell them that I'm not pleased. Fire everybody up. Try and get them out there. Get their arse in gear. Oh, Memphis. Not happy with your performance today. Yeah, get everybody out there and hopefully get them firing in the second half. So it's Jones to Smalling. Pogba now. It's Mata. Martial. To Mata again. Mata tries finding Memphis. It's Schneiderlin. Mkhitaryan will play in Memphis as he gets the ball took off him. Jones, Martial. So much back and forth. It's Diego Costa there. Tries getting forward behind Smalling but stands no chance. It's Darmian to Mkhitaryan. It's Pogba now. Pogba with a delight. Oh, God, Memphis. I think Memphis will be the substitute for Rashford today, I think, based on the couple of chances he has had. We'll take a look at the substitutes now. Pogba running 71%, playing a 6.9. I do have a problem with trying to get the best out of Paul Pogba at the moment, I'm afraid. We will bring on Schweinsteiger. We will take off the Roman playmaker and just have him on deep line defend. And as I say, Memphis playing a 6.5. We will swap him out. We'll definitely swap him out. We'll take Memphis off. We will bring on Marcus Rashford. And we'll leave it at that. So come on now. Push up the pitch, for crying out loud. We need to get something else than one goal, because this can be nicked off us in the last minute. I can see it coming a mile off. It's back to, oh no, he's lost it to Shaw. It's Kante. Schneiderlin strips the ball back off Fabregas. Come on, push forward. In fact, tell them to push forward. Rashford now hits Courtois. It's gone out for a corner. Passionately demand more. There we go. It's like it's going to be another corner. We do have 15 minutes left. We are destroying them for shots, but Chelsea can get up the field and nick this now, and it's my main concern. And it's in, it's Rashford. Oh, David Luiz fouled Rashford. It was going in as well by the looks of it, as Juan Mata will get the chance from the spot now. Come on, Juan. This will put it to bed against your old club. David Luiz only picks up a yellow card. Come on, Mata. Come on. Ah, saved by Courtois. Oh, if they score now, I'm going to be absolutely livid. It's Luke Shaw now. Out to Mata, who missed a penalty just a second ago. Mkhitaryan, Schneiderlin. Morgan, give it someone else to shoot, for crying out loud. Looks like we're going to go into the 90th minute now. If Chelsea lose possession here, I'm confident we've got the win. There we go. That should be enough. As Rashford now has got three defenders closing in on him. It's Mata. That'll do. It's going to be. So there we have it, guys. 1-0 victory at home against Chelsea. A Chelsea who are not doing so well in the league at the moment, but nonetheless, we'll take the win. But yeah, I mean, two games, two strong teams. One thing that's become very, very apparent is we have played Arsenal, Manchester City, we've played Liverpool, and now we've played Chelsea, and we're doing quite well in the league. But we've played them all at home. Every one of them. So the second half of the season, it is going to be tricky, because we're going to be playing all those guys away from home. And if it gets to the point where we're talking about a few points gap at the top of the league, it's definitely going to get interesting. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll take a look at the schedule, we'll see what's going on, and we'll see what's going to happen in the next episode. Just one thing before we go into the schedule, guys, I thought I would start trying to do this where possible. There's the league table and the player ratings as it stands right now. So as you can see, although we do have a game in hand over Arsenal, currently they are playing Sunderland today at home. We are currently 7 points clear, and assuming Arsenal win, will remain 4 points clear. In the player stats, we can see Martial is the top goal scorer in the Premier League. Sergio Aguero following in second, however you wouldn't say too close. 4 goals behind at 13, and Marmadou's still up there, unsurprisingly. He got 8 goals in the early part of the season, and he's still up there with 12. Average ratings, Martial, unsurprisingly, and Memphis Depay, which is a touch surprising, because a lot of his goals that he did score just recently did come outside of the Premier League competition. But yeah, we're happy with that too. And on the assists, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, of course, playing the complete forward, laying the goals on for Martial and laying them on for everybody else around him, playing a very unselfish role in the middle of the park there, coming with the top of the assist. Martial in second with 8. Pretty happy with that. So let's take a look at the schedule, and we will see what happens in the next episode. Right, guys, I think in the next episode what we'll do is we'll come back and we will have a single game in the next episode. It'll just be the one game. We'll watch the West Brom away from home, and it does give me a little bit of time between now and then to start looking at my squad. The squad's going to be changing, not because I want to, but because my hand is being forced. I have a lot of players complaining about wanting game time, and I just can't give it to everybody. So I'm going to have to assess the squad, move some people out. There's a possibility of 1 or 2 ins, but not many, that's for sure. But the squad will be getting sizably smaller if I can find the right teams to buy my players. So on that note, guys, thank you very much for coming to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. 2 great results against 2 very, very strong teams in the Premier League. We couldn't have wanted better. We took a maximum points out of it. We've seen some great displays from the players. So yeah, hope I'll see you in the next one. If you did like the video, click the button down there. If you want to subscribe, follow this series. It's going to be continuing on for a while yet. Hit the subscribe button. And other than that, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. I'll catch you later.